بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear brothers and sisters, this is your brother Isa Ma. In this short video, I will share with you a reflection I've had about an ayah in the Quran. This is an ayah that we frequently hear from reminders and Muslim speakers, which is the ayah in Surah Tawbah where Allah Azza wa Jal said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. He said, O you who have believed, be conscious of Allah, have taqwa of Allah, and be with as-sadiqeen, typically translated as the truthful. And from only this ayah, from the literal translation of the ayah, someone might think, okay, so I should be with those who don't lie, who don't cheat. I should be with honest people, because that's the literal meaning or the surface meaning of as-sadiqeen. But one of the features of the Quran is that it explains itself over and over again. In the usul tafsir, the sources of interpretation of the Quran, the first source is actually tafsirul Quran bil Quran, to interpret the Quran with the Quran, because all of the ayat in the Quran are interconnected. They reinforce each other, they support each other, they explain each other, they enrich the meaning of each other. So if we only look at this ayah from Surah Tawbah, there's no further explanation of who are the sadiqeen, who are the truthful people. Is it about honesty? If it's only about honesty, then I may have non-Muslim friends who are honest. If I stay with my non-Muslim friends who are honest, do I meet the requirement of this ayah? So there's another ayah in Surah Al-Hujurat where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually further explained what he meant by as-sadiqeen. In this ayah, Allah Azza wa Jal said, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ ثُمَّ لَمْ يَرْتَابُوا وَجَاهَدُوا بِأَمْوَالِهِمْ وَأَنفُسِهِمْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الصَّادِقُونَ. He said, indeed, the believers are only those that believe in Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then they do not waver. Their faith is strong. They do not turn away from their conviction. So they believe in Allah and His Messenger, and after that they have no doubt, and they strive in the path of Allah for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with their lives and with their money. Those people, Allah said, they are as-sadiqun. They are the truthful people. So this ayah actually gave a tafsir of what is meant by as-sadiqeen in the previously mentioned ayah in Surah Tawbah. So now we know that Allah is commanding the believers to have consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and with those people who believe in Allah and His Messenger, and then they are firm in their faith, and then they strive for the sake of Allah in the path of Allah with their lives and with their money, those are the people that we should be with. Not merely the honest people. Obviously, honesty is one of the good qualities included in this description, but there's much more, which is illustrated by the ayah in Surah Al-Hujurat. So this is a very good example of how the Quran explains itself, how having familiarity with the entirety of the Quran will help you elevate your understanding of the Quran over and over again. When you memorize the Quran and when you study the meaning of the Quran, when you improve your Arabic language, you will find so many such connections. You will find so many interconnectedness between ayat. Sometimes far away from each other in the Mus'haf, but so close in meaning. So I encourage all of you to study the Arabic language, to study the Quran, to memorize the Quran, in order to find more such connections to improve our understanding of the words of our Lord, and from these reflections to improve our character, to know better what to do as a Muslim, to understand better how to live as a believer, and to draw near towards our Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thank you for watching this video. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.